May ilaw.
Let's kick it off.
May ilaw naman dito. Sige, ako talaga.
Snapping ankles.
Bahala ka.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Our coverage tonight from Target Center as the Minnesota Timberwolves will be playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, I know it's early, but what you like about this
Timberwolves look to take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Last game for the Timberwolves, they picked up the W against the Bucks. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
And now the Lakers starting group. The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. Ingram is out there with ball, and it's Dub in at the small forward spot. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Kept alive. Towns dishes to Butler. Shoots over Ingram. It's Butler that time on the assist by Towns.
Well, Towns showing himself to be a willing facilitator. If you're open, he's going to find you.
Karl Anthony Towns, a tremendously talented scorer, but Dorsey came into the league billed as a potentially foundational defensive player.
And that's interesting, Kevin, because that's the end of the floor where he has work to do. You know, there's so much asked of today's centers, but with mentors like Kevin Garnett, Taj Gibson, Jimmy Butler, you know he's getting the right advice. And boy, what a gifted offensive player Karl Anthony Towns is.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Wow, finding more ways to score if that's possible. Towns now burning guys off screens.
Ball's knocked loose. Wiggins passes to Butler from 13. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
James with the bucket.
Well, I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
Now here's Teague, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, look, he said this game could probably come down to the rebounding game. He said those guys are vacuums on the glass, so we have to have that same mindset, that same level of passion for controlling the boards. That strategy is pretty clear, Kevin. Back to you.
Great, David. Thank you. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. The team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays, as this is a team that is looking to win now.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Gibson. Bang comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Vaughn's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Rose in for T. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. To stop the run. They get it back outside Towns. The pass to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
Well, Kevin, that's simply about feel, right? Derrick Rose in pick-and-roll situations has such a good feel for the right decision.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Minnesota making a switch here. Tolliver's checked in. Free throw good, LeBron.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
And it's Rose missing.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Ingram passes to Dub. Good on the three-point shot. Dub's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Lakers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timberwolves trail by 7. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's good.
Well, that's an unwillingness to settle. Borgie Zhang fights for a better look. Nice.
LeBron outside. Here's Ball. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Ingram. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played.
On his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Playing smart in this first quarter. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, love the way they're playing.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, the 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. Lonzo Ball out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Dub in at the 3 slot. Timberwolves trail by 12. Vaughn kicks to Zhang. To the paint. Vaughn gets the bucket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Tolliver for 3. Here's Zhang. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, the definition of an effort player. Zhang shows off that high motor, converts off the glass. Nice.
Passes it to Dub. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there. He still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang. Gibson comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Wiggins is checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Butler in for Vaughn. Rose against Ball. And it's Rose missing. Lakers leading by 13. Pass to Dub. Shoots. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rose kicks to Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles has gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Butler. There's 1:17 left here in the second. Here's Towns. And that time, also a missed shot.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Wiggins has got his first points of the night.
Boy, you realize how fast Wiggins is moving when he pulls up on a dime like that.
Fast break, here they come. Goes up on the high post. Here's Towns. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Towns has got 6.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Ball. 13 points for LeBron.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's tipped. Here's the break. Here's LeBron. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Yeah, when LeBron James is fighting his way through contact, he makes it look so easy.
Butler passes to Teague.
Kuliga.
11 seconds left in the first half of the game. He kicks it to Towns. Good on the shot. He's got 8.
Come on now, this guy is so tough to contain. Karl Anthony Towns, such touch inside.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That one is on Towns. Lakers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. And he makes the first.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
Good on both. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. You know, focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with the man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The 3rd quarter just about to get started.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. It's been a clinic out there by James.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense.
Nice down.
And guys,
Nice
that's
down.
not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Here's Towns. No good that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. That one goes. Count it.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Minnesota shooting 41% for the game. Minnesota calls timeout. And LeBron James last season not slowing down even a little bit. Turned in, Doris, one of his best seasons yet.
Isn't it amazing how impactful LeBron is on the floor at all times? Last year, you think about his passing and rebounding numbers were as good as they've ever been. Only a handful of guys have ever changed the game like he can.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Timberwolves. It's tipped, stolen by McGee. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And James throws it down.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
And here they go. And slammed up by Ingram.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Boy, the opposition has got to feel an avalanche bearing down on them right now. They're wiping them off the floor.
McGee against Towns. Floats it up for Wiggins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
There's no defense for that. Andrew Wiggins enjoying life above the rim.
It's stolen by Deng. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware.
His inconsistency not helping their cause at all. Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Yeah, how about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken, or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. The kick out to Towns. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And that's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, this is just another weapon that Cat has at his disposal. A 7-footer with a sweet jump off the pass. How do you guard Karl Anthony Towns anyway? You know, I think casual fans of the NBA probably wonder what makes LeBron so good. And you look at some of the attributes he has physically, the size, the strength, the quickness. But to me, it's as much about his pursuit of greatness and the commitment year-round to excelling and building his skills. He's truly a seminal player in NBA history.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to
Dito mo,
a
Rivero,
player
wala
coach
pa
we've
yung kalaban na,
had in a long time.
Wala pa yung
Here's what
kalaban
Minnesota's
na
going with
kicker.
right now. Gorky Dang's checked in for Dang.
Yun nga lang, nakakapikot magaling yung kalaban mo rin.
Jeff T.
Malas magaling
Boy,
ka
you
rin mo
can't pin
rin.
their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
Tirahan ko yan.
Chubb
Tirahan ko
drains
yan.
the three-pointer.
May
Dub's
tirahan pa
got
ng iba
10 points here in the second half.
Mahirap na.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Malayo.
And Towns throws it down.
And guys, when everything is working for Karl Anthony Towns, he can put up absolutely staggering numbers. What a performance here.
Took him no
Bakit
time
pa
at
yun
all on
si
that
Lebron?
one. James has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Wala kayong
I
kadala-dala
think
eh.
they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on
Babalo.
to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Parang hindi yata
Minnesota
ginagana
making a
si
switch.
Lebron.
Gibson's checked
61
in.
32 lang ah. Oh my goodness.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the middle. Here's Vaughn.
Kukuli ka.
Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that
Alabog
time.
pa oh.
Vaughn's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And
Huwag
the
ka
dunk
sasabihin
by
kay Lebron. Gusto ko
James.
naman. Yung
I don't
bulbul
know
mo.
how it's
Tigas ng ulo nyo.
possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
4 seconds left. Here's Jang.
Buti
And
na lang,
that's gonna do it.
tanga.
Some good
Top
defense
line.
down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He's at the quarter century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We come back right after this.
Dito na po matatapos yung ating kahibangan.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. Brandon Ingram's out there with ball, and it's Dub in at the small forward. Got a piece of it. And Ingram with a clear path to the basket. Again, Los Angeles.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him. And great at coming up with those steals.
Here's Jang. The shot comes out. Great D that time from LeBron. And that one's good. Ingram's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Here's Jang. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example.
Ay, walang bantay na naman.
And the dunk by James.
This is ridiculous. Can you remember the last time they missed?
I really can't. They're on fire. Seems like they cannot miss.
Tolliver, the lead pass was put in just the right spot.
I think you always have to be looking for the man in the middle, and he finds him with a great
3 point
feed
mo na.
that
3
time.
point mo na.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Sarap.
Dub's got 26.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Beverly's shot is good.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Ball kicks to LeBron, to the paint.
Uy, authentic ko pa natira
The
kanina.
shot's good from
Kasama, no?
McGee.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Outside, Jones. Here's Jang. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. LA has gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7.
Showtime na naman.
Guys, this was never really a contest. Just total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An
Oh,
all-around
grabe, kung
dominant
manununtok, ha?
performance. And you kind of thought that maybe
tayo.
going into the game.
Yeah, there was a
Ayan na
sense
po,
of
si
that,
LeBron.
and
Ayun
man,
na.
they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Ikot-ikot ka
And
pa.
what a tremendous standout
Ay,
performance it
LeBron.
was for LeBron.
Ayan na.
With all the work he did at the offensive end, it seemed to me to take a toll on the defenders. They could neither match his energy nor his intensity.
Jones kicks to Zhang. Jones against Ball. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Wlang is checked in for Minnesota. Here's Vaughn, down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Ball, the pass to Dub. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Tumuntog pa.
Running up the score,
Relax ka na,
showing
boy.
no mercy.
At this point, they're completely
Dapat si Sherman,
overwhelming them. The
tayo-tayo.
opposition looks totally
Ayan,
defeated.
no?
The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. McGee a screen. Dub the pass to Ball. Here's Dub.
3 points.
And again it's
Oh,
the
sarap
Lakers from
naman.
deep.
And on the road,
Alam, better
silencing
job.
the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an
Oh, tapos
important
na po,
road win.
kaibigan.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before
Galing
the
mo,
final
LeBron.
buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. Congrats on the win. Where do you go mentally when you're in the rhythm like you were tonight?
It's a zone you get into, and you know, it's kind of unexplainable. You know, and you try to go out there, and you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. You know, and hopefully the momentum just continue to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, open up for the rest of us too.
I know that's got to be empowering, LeBron. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it.